In last week's show, we met author and nutritional therapy practitioner Margaret Floyd.
She showed us how to use fermenting or culturing our foods to preserve them and enhance their value.
She also showed us how easy it is to make whey. And today we're going to see how to use that to make a basic traditional sauerkraut.
Let me tell you, when Margaret got done with it, cabbage never tasted so good.
So here we have our cabbage all nicely chopped up in a bowl. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add some of our inoculant, some of this culture starter, the whey. And I like to add some caraway seeds. That's another digestive aid. And then we're going to add a little bit of sea salt. And now our job is to pound the sauerkraut. And this is great to do if you've got some stuff to work out. And what we're doing and what we're looking for is for the juices from the cabbage. We want to release those juices. Because when you have the whey and then you have the juices, that's actually starting the breakdown process. And it's giving those good little bacteria better opportunity to go in and do their thing. You want to keep doing this until you can see liquid. So once we've got our cabbage, you can see there it's nice and moist now. Almost looks like coleslaw, but we haven't really added anything to it. So all we're going to do now is we're going to take our trusty mason jar and we're going to fill it with this cabbage. And as we go, we're going to stop along the way and we're going to press it down. So you see it's nice and loose in there. We don't want any of those air bubbles. We're going to do this all the way to fill up the jar. You can also, if you don't have one of these fancy juice pounder things or pusher downer things, I'm not actually sure what they're called, you can just use a spoon. Or anything, if you're using that mortar and pestle or the mortar part, you can use that. You're going to fill it all the way up nicely. Just so you know, it's nice and compressed. And you're going to make sure that you leave an inch between the top of the kraut and the top of the jar so that it has room to grow, because it will. And then you're going to leave this out anywhere from 3 to 5 days. If your kitchen is really hot and it's the summer, 3 days is fine. If it is the winter and your kitchen's a little cooler, maybe leave it for 5 days. You can always just open it up and have a sniff. It smells like sauerkraut when it's ready. And so, oh, this is the first time I've opened it. So, yeah, it smells really yummy. I like to put a nice big cabbage leaf at the top to kind of seal it, but that's, that's personal preference. In terms of what you can do with this, because you might be thinking, well, this is great, and now I've got sauerkraut in my fridge and I have no idea what to do with it. Well, I use this in everything. I mean, I have it with my eggs in the morning, a little spoonful of it. You can throw it into a salad, you can throw it into a wrap, you can throw it into soups. Although I would throw it into the soup after it's off the stove when you're serving it, as opposed to cooking it in the soup, because of course this is living probiotics in here, so we don't want to kill them. And it's going to help you digest anything that you eat with it. It's great for barbecue because you know that yummy charcoal that tastes so good but is totally carcinogenic? Eating it with this actually neutralizes the negative impact. So if you're going to have your barbecue, have some of this with it, and it goes perfectly with it. I don't think it's any accident that you have the bratwurst and kraut. We understand now the science behind it, but traditionally we've been doing this for years. Well, have a little bite of this sauerkraut. See what you think.
Now I got to tell you honestly, with a name like Walkenhorst, you'd think I'd be a big sauerkraut guy, and it was definitely a part of my family growing up. But I just kind of never really developed a taste for it. So we'll see about this. This is going to be.
It's a little different.
Oh, yeah, this is not like any sauerkraut I've ever had. Well, the thing is, for some reason, the sauerkraut, I remember the sauerkraut not liking because it kind of tasted vinegary.
Yeah, well, there's no vinegar in this.
So that's the difference. Yeah. Well, okay, I'm sold.
So you can see having that with maybe a steak.
Oh,
or,
gosh,
when
yeah.
you're at the barbecue.
That's a great side dish.
You bet. And it's got all sorts of digestive benefits too. And it helps you digest anything you eat with it. Very, very healing for your whole digestive tract.
Margaret gave me a tip that I wanted to share with my favorite cook. That'd be you. She said every month she sets aside a few hours to make her fermented foods, and then she has them for several months so she can use them in every meal her family eats.
That's a great idea. And if you'd like more information on Margaret, her books, or the Nourishing Traditions cookbook that she mentioned, we have the links at healingquest.tv.